Hey everyone, my name is Dave Sheehan. I'm a plant-based triathlete and founder of Go Vegan Grow. And this is this week's Ask Dave Anything, where you can send me in a question via any of our social media. It doesn't even have to be just YouTube, any social media about anything, especially about veganism or me being a plant-based triathlete, about nutrition, exercise, whatever you want it to be. And I'm going to dedicate every single week one training video to a question. So shoot them into us and let me answer your question, help you as much as I possibly can. So this week's training video for Ask Dave Anything is eating vegan on a budget, how to shop effectively, how to shop on a budget. And it came in from one of our YouTube subscribers who's actually a fruitarian and was wondering, fruitarians consume so much fruit. How can they do it on a budget? Fruit can be so expensive. So how can they buy so much fruit and not break the bank, or not be able to afford so much and then they can't really stick to it, they're not eating enough or not eating enough quality or variety, so it ends up leading to health conditions. Well, first thing I want to tell you is whether you're vegan, meat eater, fruitarian, pescatarian, raw, whatever you are, eating on a budget is really important, and knowing how to shop, because I see so many people and they're literally just going through supermarkets, chucking everything in, and they don't think about how to, maximize their spending potential. They're spending way more than they should. They're buying things that they don't need to. They're buying things that they could find much cheaper options. Now, you don't just spend days, hours going on every shop trying to find a bargain, and that's not what it's about. But there's smart ways to shop as well. And let's just address the fruit side and then I'll go on to other things. But the main thing I want to say is it doesn't matter what way you eat. And I obviously recommend and advocate a plant-based lifestyle, especially whole food, not even vegan junk food, whole food. But whatever way you eat, be smarter in how you do shop. It's very important. You work hard for your money. It's important that you spend it wisely. Don't sacrifice it all on barely being able to survive to buy your food, and then you can't do any other fun stuff. Okay, that's not what you work for. All right. So in terms of, like, just take with fruit, you can go to the main supermarkets and you can buy all the organic stuff and spend a fortune on that. Now, organic is the best. If you can buy organic, if you can grow it first, that's your best. So ideally, grow your own food, fruits and veg. Fantastic. That's going to be the best option for you, and not that expensive. Just it's going to take time for you to go and do that. So that's one option. Next option, go and buy all organic. What I advise people to buy organic, for many people, it is not realistic from a financial point of view. That doesn't mean that, oh, you can't buy any food, you can't buy organic, oh no, that's no good. Buy what you can, use the budget you've got. Okay, and this is, if you can't afford organic, buy what we call the normal stuff. Okay, it just means you might need to wash it more, because that's a big difference. The normal stuff has loads of pesticides and chemicals and all kinds of stuff put on it in the growing process, so you need to get that off. I personally use alkaline ionized water to do it, as well as buying organic. We buy organic a lot, but we don't buy it all. So I wash my fruits and veg to make sure I get everything off, so it's as good as organic or close. Okay, so that's another option. But keep an eye out in shops. The thing with fruit and veg especially is what's perceived as where it's in the right ripeness is nowhere near the right ripeness. It's like with bananas. They start discounting bananas when you get a few spots. When it has a lot of spots, it's actually when you should eat the bananas. That's the best time to eat the bananas nutritionally. So you should have it where it's very spotty and quite black. Doesn't have to be mush, but it's quite black and lots of black spots. That's in terms of the yellow wrapper. I don't mean the banana itself. So look out for that, where they're discounting them, and they'll often discount the organic. Look at the reduced to clear sections in the supermarkets. Go to your local fruit and veg supplier. They'll often discount the stuff. We used to do it in Liverpool when we lived there. There was fruit and veg shops, and the organic stuff, when it started to just look a little bit ripened, it was discounted, because typically people will not buy it. It looks ugly, it looks like it's going off, but it's actually in its best prime condition. So you can buy a lot of fruit and veg in its prime condition for pennies. So check out that in your supermarkets or grocers, and so the other option to grow stuff yourself. Okay, in general, in terms of how to eating vegan on a budget and how to shop, you need to prioritize. Again, if you're buying all vegan junk food and all processed food all the time, it's going to be quite expensive, because it's like here in Ireland, a box of 4 burgers, we just pick from Fry's. All the companies are similar, but Fry's, it could be £4. Okay, it's quite expensive. You could make your own. Why not get chickpeas, lentils, kidney beans, butter beans, any of these things, breadcrumbs, make breadcrumbs. Using different herbs, make your own patties. There are so many recipes out there now, so we do that a lot. Chilies, curries, stir fries, lasagnas. They don't have to be very expensive, and they'll even give you food for a few days. Say if you live on your own, you have food for a few days, so it's saving you cooking time. So if you eat more whole food, like all the different pulses and seeds and stuff that I've said, Those kind of foods, rice, pasta, potatoes, not very expensive. It doesn't have to be expensive. Where people end up having huge expenses, they're always looking for organic and they pay top dollar for it if they can afford it. Always buying loads of vegan junk food, buying actual junk as well as your kind of fake meats and stuff, but also junk, which again is expensive, especially if it's vegan, because the price is at a premium versus your typical, main supply milk chocolate. Okay, so be smart about it. Look for bargains. Take a bit of time to see where things are discounted. It's the same food. Why pay more if you don't have to? Okay, so again, I think I've gone about that enough. The main thing, grow your own fruit and veg if you can, or look for supermarkets and fruit and veg shops where they are discounting it just when it's actually at its peak ripeness. But again, public perception is that it's going off, so watch that. And in general, be smarter about what you're eating. Eat more whole food. It will save you a fortune. And just think more about it. And before you go, plan what you're going to do. Treat it like a military operation. Go in, get your stuff, get the hell out of there. Supermarkets are designed so that you end up in the aisles that aren't the healthiest. You end up picking up loads of stuff that you didn't even want to pick up. Like, when have you gone shopping for what you wanted, like 3 items, and come out with 3? Usually it's 10, 15, 20. It happens everyone. We're all guilty of it, but it's because supermarkets are set up that way. So go in with a strategy, treat it like a military operation. Go in, get the job done, get the hell out, and go home and enjoy your food. So I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Ask Dave Anything. Thanks to our subscriber for sending in the question, and make sure, again, follow what I've said to make sure you successfully follow your fruitarian diet, because if you don't, you'll be nutritionally unbalanced, and that's going to lead to some different health issues. So remember, eating vegan on budget is about learning how to shop effectively, manage your money well, use it wisely, and then use your surplus to have fun. Hope that was beneficial. Keep sending your questions in. Remember, I'll allocate 1 question a week, so if you want to get yours answered live like this in a video, shoot it in and I'll answer it. And also make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, get this information out there, help us grow our community. Again, it's all these little videos can help people to make a difference in their lives and in other people's lives. So share, subscribe, follow us across all our social media like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Snapchat. Again, watch me throughout my day, sharing loads of videos, little snippets of my day, and lots of great education there, and Instagram as well, of course. All right, take care. Speak to you next week for Ask Dave Anything.